Hey, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. It's about that time. It's Thursday, 6 o'clock, wherever you may be, PST or EST. It's 6 o'clock someplace, baby, and 9 o'clock other places. I got my boy on the line, Dr. Dre.
Let's turn it up. My name is Dr. Dre.
It's
Ladies and gentlemen.
Legendary Connects, folks. It's going down. See, the chat room is already here. Gary's Garage is in the house. What's up, Gary's Garage? My boy Martin said he won't be here today. He got to go take care of his honey girl. I ain't mad at him, Doc. I said, we said happy birthday. Much love to you, Doc. Anyway, we're about to get it started, folks. Dr. Dre, we were talking offline about some serious things going down in the MISSISS, whatever it is. You know what I'm talking about, shit.
MISSISS,
yeah, PPI.
That's right.
Crooked letter I.
We were discussing climate change on full tilt from the west to the Midwest to the east. Where on the west side, where you are, y'all are doing triple digits, like for fun.
Man.
Like 115 to 124 in the heat is happening for fun. In the middle of the country, we're flooding like there's somebody turned on a garden hose and forgot to turn it off. And our biggest concern, of course, is in Mississippi, where they had a huge storm, which caused a flood in the capital city of Jackson, where our man Deion Sanders is coaching the Jackson State football team, and hundreds of thousands of people of color were without water because the governor takes federal money and disperses it to the outer skirts of the suburbs, but the people in Jackson of color stand online waiting to get a case of water because they don't have drinking water, bathing water. I'm not even talking about water in your grass. I'm just talking about water, which is essential for us to live. They just called in the National Guard to help distribute. But damn,
wait, back in
Michigan.
Wait. Did I also understand they're having some record rains in Mississippi? How do you have record rains and have a water shortage at the same time?
Because the major water plant in Jackson, the capital city of Mississippi, has had problems for years. So the thing just overloaded and shut down. So people couldn't flush a toilet. You couldn't bathe. And you got to constantly boil water. What's going on with the governor? Where is he?
Man, look, come on.
But I'm telling you,
stop. You're wasting good breath. You're wasting good breath.
No, bro, gotta say it out loud.
I'm just saying.
He's willing to get out there and go to the Supreme Court and deny women's rights for them to deal with their own personal bodies. They can't even deal with their own personal bodies if you don't have water.
Look.
As the great Larry Graham said, you don't miss your water until your well runs dry.
All right.
Well, damn it, the well is dry. What are we going to do?
Well, check this out. First of all, you have to understand, Mississippi is probably one of the poorest states in the United States of America. And it's real low when it comes to education. Real low on the educational totem pole, okay? Therefore...
The state of Medgar Evers.
Hey, I'm just saying.
The state of Medgar Evers.
That's fine.
The state of the leading
Let me finish. Can I finish?
Brother, I'm just trying to...
You had a 5-minute diatribe about the water. Let me finish my statement.
My bad.
Okay, there you go, sir. Thank you. All I'm saying is, it's when you're not properly prepared to understand what's happening in politics, you vote from emotion as opposed to what you know or from common sense. And they continue to put the same people in there because the Republicans tend to play on people's emotions. Most of the situations that the Republicans are fighting over, nobody really cares about. They make up shit for people to fight about. Abortion, it's a small issue for a few people. It's not a big issue throughout the country. In some pockets, it's a huge issue. It's a huge issue. In some places, it has no bearing whatsoever. And people get blindsided and they get worked up behind some of their personal or some of the emotional issues, and they keep putting the same people, just like same thing with Kentucky. They keep putting Mitch McConnell back in there, one of the poorest states in the country, and they keep putting Mitch there because Mitch got a certain part of Kentucky that he keeps working through one of them military industrial they make something down there. I forgot what it was. They have a military plant down there, and I think it's tanks or
they
airplanes.
Flooded Kentucky, and Mitch didn't even go out there. Kentucky got flooded, record flooding. So was Mitch.
But again, they don't care because first of all, if the water might hit the roof, that's about it. They're gonna be straight no matter what. These guys have turned themselves into multimillionaires on the backs of poor white and black people, and that's the part that poor white people ain't understanding. Most of the people that's in charge that you voting for think got your better interest in the heart have no bearing on your life whatsoever. I mean, they have a super bearing on your life, but your interest is not a part of their thought process. Okay, their power is a part of their thought process. That's all they care about. So until people from these various states understand that you can't keep voting with your heart or what you feel, you got to vote what's good for you. And as you can very well see, Ted Cruz, your boy Mississippi, Turtle Man over there in Kentucky, they're not looking out for y'all their best interest, and it makes it real hard for us, everybody, to progress because these people have national influence. So they keep a few people happy on their team, but yet still they have national influence because Mitch was the majority leader for quite some time, and he got a lot of influence. And first of all, I think before we even go any further, I know you're going to be on this for a minute. We need to have some serious term limits. Serious term. Y'all too old. Y'all too old. Okay. Y'all in your 80s. Y'all. The average senator is like 75 years old.
We talked about this.
The average senator is like 70, 75 years old. You got Maxine Waters.
You get 2 terms and you gotta go.
Well,
2 terms and you gotta go.
They do that to the president, but the people that control the president or influence the president can stay in there for a lifetime. That's that's the dumbest shit in the world.
2 terms and you gotta go.
That's got to be the dumbest shit in the world.
And then you gotta let somebody else come in, then you could jump back in again.
Right.
But you can't do consecutive. It's impossible. Because we gotta fight for your right for water. Because climate change is not slowing down. It's not stopping. It's not Arizona, New Mexico, all over. I mean, we are talking about, this has been a national drought for the first time in 17 years in August in New York, that we didn't get rain, significant rain. We're at drought level. You have lakes in Nevada that are bringing bodies up to the surface. They said there used to be holes in the desert where they bury people. Well, some of them holes, they threw it in the lake. Now the lake is drying up and the bodies are popping up.
I'm looking at the chat room right now. My boy, the STEM radio said, actually, Lonzo, I thought you were going to get Dre on his Joe Biden-esque comment about the water in the suburbs, but in the hoods, it's people of color. There are no people of color in the suburbs. Okay. Well, I think that was our point, Doc. That was kind of our point.
That was especially in Jackson. That's what we were discussing. That the governor, who's in control of the federal money that comes in, and their legislatures, like Alonzo just said, if you keep voting from your heart and then don't turn around and press your legislation and press your local councils to get that money to rebuild your water plant, you got to fight for your right for water. So in one breath, they're willing to take away women's rights, but in the next breath, when the water thing breaks down, nobody sits there and wants to fight.
Well, check this out.
And then they pass out cases of water, and when they run out and there's 1.5 miles of people waiting for water, now the governor calls in 4 days later. You call in the National Guard to distribute. This is ridiculous.
So basically, what you're saying is they make you have a baby, but when the baby gets here, you can't wash the baby's ass.
Can't wash his ass.
Baby, make you have a baby.
Take the baby outside.
Baby can't wash the baby's ass. Okay, baby take a dump in his diaper. You can't wipe his ass. Okay, that's the kind of common sense that people are not applying to everyday politics. They took civics out of the schools long time ago. Used to be a time you had to understand. You had to know what your senator. You had to know the various steps.
You have to know your government.
You have to know that was part of government. What a city councilman did, what the mayor did, what the what a congressman was, the senator was, state feds.
What the dog catcher did. What the dog catcher did. Everybody.
They taught us that back in the day. They don't teach the new generation that if anybody in the chat room been taught civics and understand the civics and understand the chain of command when it comes to politics, city, state, fed. Okay, most people don't know that. Most people don't know the difference between a senator and a congressman. So, and that's why
state senators, state senators, state congressmen, and then there's federal congressmen and federal senators.
And then most people don't understand. And then they tell you it's not important to vote because you don't know what the importance is because you don't know the game. That's the game. State, city, state, fed, and that's the game. And if you don't play the game, you're always going to lose because everybody else knows the game, but us. Well, some of us.
All elections are local. I want to tell you a quick funny story, and so we can push on.
Ain't no such thing with you, Dre. Ain't no such thing. But go ahead.
Yes, it is. Watch this quick.
Ain't no quick funny story. Go ahead. I'm gonna time your ass. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It was simple like this. I went to go vote in a primary election in New York, and now I've been voting here for over 30 years, which they moved from my local school to a different place. All of a sudden, when I went to vote this one time, there was a new person there. After all the other people the people dedicated their time for years. So being a blind amputee and type 2 diabetic, I'm trying to sign in electronically and it's not working. This nice woman of Caucasian descent.
How you know?
Oh,
how you know?
You hear the voice.
Oh, no, she sound white. She sounds white to you.
Lonzo,
that's racist.
Lonzo,
go ahead. But go ahead.
And I called it, and she was like, "Oh, well, you can't vote if you can't sign it yourself. You can't." And they're all going, "We know who he is." Oh, but I need to see his ID.
I ain't seen my ID.
I just froze. I just froze. I said, "Excuse me. Being that you're new to this district, being you're new to this polling place, my advice to you is to take a chair and learn what you're talking about. I've been voting here longer than you've been alive. You need to check yourself." But I can't. Yes, you will. So I ripped up the voting pad because it was attached to the desk, put my finger, my sister was getting ready to bust out, and scribbled my name there. And all of a sudden, said, "Ding, oh, he can vote." Then when I went to go vote with the paper, so my sister filled it out, and then I put it in, she can't do that. I said, "But this isn't accessible to me. This isn't a Braille document. This isn't this. Someone else, I'm allowed to have this. That's my voting right." And like all the poll worker people, you could feel the eyes on their back. And my sister turned and said, "My advice to you is to back off."
That was not a short story, but I will give it to you. It's a good story, though.
It's a quick one, though. Yeah, but I thought you'd laugh when I said I had to rip the thing up to sign my signature just to vote. That's what we're dealing with. And that's not color. That's just people of ignorance.
All right, folks. Miss B just stepped in. I see you on the sidelines. What's up, Miss B?
Queen B.
I'll see the top of your head, which is not a bad view. Anyway, there you go.
She's in.
Oh, wow. Okay. See?
Did that one go past you? Did that one get past you?
See?
Let's make it.
It took like 5 seconds.
Yeah, okay.
5 seconds hanging out with y'all. I was
See?
Moving on.
That was a world record today. You gotta be fast in America to get them jokes.
Oh, look. So now I got a story to tell you about how I learned how to swim.
Go ahead.
All right. I think Dre knows this dog paddle story. I learned how to swim at an HBC. I learned how to swim. My dad's a Marine, but I was trying to get the dog paddle pretty good, right? And I couldn't quite get it. And somebody yelled, "Hey, if you do a Snoop Dogg style," of course I'll say it like that. I was like, "Oh, that's it." And I instantly, got the back arch and everything right, and got the dog paddle. They was like, get like you getting it, doggy style. I was like, oh. So then that's how I learned how to get the dog paddle correctly. Otherwise, my arch was all messed up.
Bernadette, you nasty.
I'm not nasty.
Bernadette is swimming doggy style in the Mississippi.
I know how to swim.
Good, thanks to God, because she like a doggy style. That's what bottom
That
line.
was
Is what you just told her.
house.
That's what you just told
And that
her.
was a cute, probably some
That's
cute
what you
dog
just
said
told her,
that.
because you like it doggy style. That you know how to swim based on your
It helped
sexual
me.
preferences.
Yes,
Okay.
it helped me learn how to swim.
She
Yeah.
put the rear of the sub up.
Okay.
She
How
put
they got
the
their hands on their
periscope.
hips, huh?
She put the rear of the submarine up.
Now, Bernadette,
Ouch.
you in Mississippi? What's going on?
Yep.
What's going on? Is it raining? Is it dry? Is it water? No water? What's
It's
happening?
been raining a lot. Man, they were giving out water. This is the Confederate State Dixie plantation thing. And on the same street where they were giving out water at one place, they had a roadblock set up.
A
Getting
roadblock?
them. Yeah.
What's a roadblock
You
for?
already get your water, you might end up getting a ticket. What the hell?
So
Mhm.
you gotta fight for your right for water.
Water. It's crazy. So people are, I mean, like I said, it's people are giving away water, and the police trying to meet their quota early. This the first. Is this the first of the month? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what's the
Because of the
roadblock to do?
month.
What's the roadblock for? To get people caught up, checking for ID or water? I mean, DUI.
Exactly. To get people caught up. It was a post in the hood from the hood that said, "Damn, Jackson." So it was to get people caught up. They backwards, and Jackson JPD is crazy.
Well, it ain't so much backwards. It's backwards to us, but it's normal for them. Okay.
It's the foot. It's
It's-
that constant foot of putting it on your neck. That's
Right.
what it said.
They don't make that easy for us. Okay.
No.
Even getting a bottle of goddamn water can come with consequences. Okay.
That's crazy.
I've never seen anybody that was anything that was so constantly trying to keep somebody suppressed over the simplest shit. I never forget when I had a problem with a cop one time. He was a sheriff, and I made the mistake of calling him an officer. I'm not an officer. I'm a deputy. And if you can't get it straight, don't motherfucker. Wait a minute, man. Come on, dude.
He got mad because you were being respectful.
I'm trying to give this man respect, and he gonna get mad at me because I called him an officer as opposed to a deputy. And this is the kind of trips that people fall into. And if you're a short-tempered, flip-mouth kid, like so many kids are today, you've been used to saying everything you want to the teachers, been saying whatever you want to your parents, and all of a sudden you out in the streets and you get one of these a-holes on your ass. Well, I say a-holes and I say ass. Okay, get one of them a-holes in your face.
I was about to say that didn't make sense.
It didn't make sense.
Go ahead.
But you get one of them a-holes in your face. Next thing you know, you caught up. Okay, and they can. And I was watching a video the other day where they shot this guy. He's dying, literally dying. And stop resisting. He ain't resisting. He's about to die. Okay, and they handcuffed this dude while he was dying. Shot him because he had a vape pen. They thought he had a vape pen. It's supposed to look like a gun. Okay, got some. And the cop, he just stuck his. He didn't even stick his head in the door. He stuck his gun in the door and just started shooting. Killed the dude. And while he was laying there dying, hands up. Let me see your hands. I can't lift my hands. I'm about to die. Okay. And
you shot me.
You shot him, and then you want him to lift his hands up. And then when you go into the room, he can't lift his hands up. You start talking about, stop resisting. That game right there is so fucking old and ridiculous. It's just very irritating to watch them. And they say this on the cams, and in a lot of, first of all, before they went into the room, he was getting multiple signals from different cops. And it's happened to me before. Stand there, put your hands up. Put your hands on the car, put your hands on your head. Motherfucker, make up your mind. Okay? I've been there before.
Be arrested
as a young man,
exercise program.
As a young man, I've been there before.
Believe it or not, as a young woman, I've been there before. I mean, I've been pulled over in the rain about a headlight with 6 police officers behind me. My last ticket I probably got in Stankin Rankin, if you're in Mississippi, you know what that is, was probably because a police officer tailgated me with the brightest headlights that he could have. And so, automatically at nighttime, somebody tailgates you like that, somebody like me, most people, you're going to step on the gas to, get them off of your tail. And next thing you know, blue lights came on and I got a ticket. And so they do stuff like that.
I
And
got a quick story. This is mine gonna be quick. I got an RX-7, 1979. I'm on the 10 freeway coming from Hollywood, about to get on the 110 going home. I'm coming. I'm coming off the ramp for the 110. I downshifted and punched it because wasn't nobody on the freeway but me. So I thought. All of a sudden, I see somebody come up on my side. I can't tell what kind of car it is, but I'm like, I mashed out. You ain't gonna pass me, whatever it is. It was a 5.0 Mustang. I could see, basically it was a 5.0 Mustang. So we going down the Harbor Freeway doing about 90, 100 miles an hour. As I'm approaching my exit, El Segundo, that Mustang spotted lights. It was damn, because back in the day, the police used to roll 5.0 Mustangs. That was the interceptor cars. And the cop pulled me over, and I'm like, I just dropped my head on my steering wheel. I said, God dang, he got my ass. And before he can get out of his ticket book, he got a call on the radio, and I was able to get away with that shit. That's a true story.
Hey, really?
Yep.
Wow.
Something happened on the freeway that was a little bit more important than him giving me a ticket that night. Told me, slow my ass down. You know, I got you, but I got to go. Slow your ass down. And that's what I stopped doing that shit because nowadays
he gave you the warning.
Yeah, the signals, a lot of the cars, and that's when they start putting the lights, especially in the highway patrols, in the back, in the front, in the grill, because you can tell by the top. Okay, you can see the bar across the top. Only right now, mostly black and whites have it on top. The other cars, the undercover cars, they lights in the grill and in the back. So at 5.0, I figured I ain't nowhere in the world that little car is no damn no police car. Highway patrol got my ass.
Crown Victorious too.
Huh? The headlights flicker?
The headlights.
Can they do it where they put the headlight flicker?
Yeah, I think the lights they have in the back of them police cars is microwaves. Because for some reason that some bitch make your ass hot. That light hit you the back of your neck, get hot as hell. Okay, I'm not bullshit.
You gotta start thinking. You gotta actually start thinking. I gotta put this away. I gotta get this under the seat before he walks up. Roll the window down. Clear the air. Let me figure this out. Oh, where did I put? Oh, yeah, it's in the glove compartment. Yeah, I can tell you a quick story again. In LA for the first time, I went to so I forgot what kind of show it was, and I was driving one of them big Navigators when they first came out, and the guy was going to bring the Navigator to the for me to pick up to get in the car, and my partner Sal was with me, so he pulls up and he goes, "Here you go." I gave him a tip, took the ticket away, jumped in the Navigator, put my seatbelt on, and drove right down the block straight. Before I could click the signal and make the right turn, what? I'm like, what the hell? He was right there on my tail. Get out the car, sir. Get out the car. And I'm going, what? Wait a minute, what? And so I was trying to tell me, Drake, get out the car. Just get out the car. Don't do nothing stupid. I said, dude, we just picked the car up from the valet, and I must have drove 100 feet. What did I do? I didn't speed. What did I do?
What happened?
He said, this car was stolen, and so said, no, it's not. It's a rental. Stolen from who? He said, well, let me see your license. Pull my license out. I'm sorry, sir, your license is suspended. No, it's not. Can I reach into my wallet? Nope, sit on the curb. I had to sit on my curb. He handcuffed me with my handcuffs on my back. And one of the guys said, oh, I know who that is. And now I'm Dr. Dre handcuffed. I said, sir, can I reach in my wallet and pull out the slip showing you my license is not suspended? Well, technically, we don't do that. Give me your wallet. So I pulled it out. He opened it up, pulled out the thing that said, his license is not suspended. It's just not caught up in the computer at that time. So he said, well, you need to make sure that your license is clear before you start driving. What do you think this piece of paper
You know what,
for?
man? You get some assholes with badges, man. You get some assholes with badges. Oh my God, they say some of the stupidest shit. They say some, it's like they have to try and maintain some level of authority, and it just can be real frustrating to talk to them. And I learned over the years, just look at them, man. That don't even make no sense. Okay, well, whatever. I one time we was at a.
They were trying to make a scene because I was coming from a function, and I pulled out with it, and I didn't even speed. I just pulled out and whoop, 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 whoop.
Oh yeah.
So I got a bigger crowd of people standing around me, watching me handcuffed on the ground. And my partner, they made him walk away from us. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, can I? Because when I pulled my license out, I went back in to pull a piece of paper back out. Nope, that's it. Your license is suspended.
You know
Sir,
what?
Can I hand? Nope.
Buddy mine.
Didn't want to hear it.
I heard a joke one time. You want to turn a pussy into a dick? Give it a badge.
I'm not jumping on that because I got too many friends in law enforcement and too many friends who have been enforced by the law.
You know what?
But that's a good
well,
way.
you know what? You got. I heard it from a policeman. I heard it from a cop. I was telling one of my horror stories from Eve After Dark in the police, and he says, "Yeah, man, you got a lot of guys like that. You can't give a pussy a badge, turn him into a dick every time." And I'm like, wow. And because I got a lot of family in law enforcement. More power to them, love them to death, and I know, and we need them. But I'm just saying, sometimes you get cats in the game for the wrong reason, and all you gotta do is give them a good reason on the wrong day, and shit, give them a reason to lie. I've been lied to by the police so much. I'm like, dude, that don't make no sense. I remember one time they had me at the club. My cousin shot up in the air. I got into a fight, and my cousin shot up in the air, and the cop came back. Well, we took the guy to the hospital, and if you tell us now what happened, and if he dies, we won't charge you. Man, ain't nobody got shot. You just lied. I know what happened. You don't know what happened. My cousin shot up in the air. Okay, ain't nobody died. Ain't nobody went to the hospital. But if you tell us right now, we won't press charges. And legally they can lie to you. Here's a good part. Legally they can lie to you and say whatever they want to say to get you to try to confess. That's why I tell any young man, when mess with the police, man, if you're young under 18, wait for your parents or your lawyer to get there. They're not supposed to talk to you till your parents get there.
Keep your mouth shut.
If you're there before,
you have the right to remain silent. Be silent.
I'm trying to teach my son that.
You're not going to win talking.
I try to teach my son that, but he tried to explain everything. He get nervous. He started talking. Bruh, shut up. Okay? But some people, I used to try that shit too. I realized, dude, either I'm going to jail or I'm not, one to two. And if you ain't got if you don't want to do this paperwork, I ain't really done that. It's just a matter of time before I get up out of here. And I got to the point where I stopped answering questions altogether. I give them my name, give my driver's license. Here's my license registration. Where you going? I'm just leaving here. I was minding my own business. Am I being detained? Okay, and that makes a big difference. And sometimes they don't like it. Hey man, I ain't got nothing to say. Whatever you want to do, let me go. No, you can't search my car. Nope. Yeah, here. Pat me down for your safety. No, you can't go in my. I don't know you. You don't know me. So why would I want you in my car? I don't know you. You don't know me. Okay, just because you got a badge, that don't mean nothing. So conversation gets real short. And if you find something, you got to be give me a ticket. Let me go.
Yeah,
if
it's plain sight law. If it's not in plain sight, they can't see it.
Man, they had tore.
Well, there's ways of making it in what you call police officers plain sight because they're technically a professional witness, so they can coerce you, fool you, make you do whatever they want to. That's the first lesson I learned from a policeman. Is no, if you sit there quiet, they can't make you talk, and they can't stand when you don't talk. But if you talk, you better not say anything about what they're looking for. Keep your mouth shut.
All that
that's a different story and a different day.
All that if you got any dope and guns, tell us right now. We let you go. Man, I ain't telling you no shit like this. You think you better find that shit? I ain't buying it. Okay, you out of your fucking mind. You got any dope or guns? Tell us now, and it won't be a problem for you. Okay.
You're not off to Bill Dukes till you get to him.
Huh?
You're not there yet. I said you're not to Officer Bill Dukes. The one that said you're done fucked up, right? You're done fucked up. You're not there until you get to the interrogation table. You're not there yet, so don't talk because you ain't fucked up yet. Oh my gosh, that was a crazy scene.
Miss B, you looking good today, baby. You got a good signal. What you got, that Obama phone?
I had a good signal.
Oh, good.
I had to get the Mississippi phone.
Which one is that?
The Mississippi phone. It's C Spire.
Okay. Ceasefire phone?
Yep. It's a Mississippi cell phone company. They're not paying me, so I can't say nothing else. If they pay me, I'll talk more about it, but they're not paying me, so.
It was a nonprofit or something trying to stop buying ceasefire phone. I never heard that before.
It's a cell phone company.
Ceasefire.
That's from here.
All right. Now
she's not getting paid, so let's cease talking about it.
Do you have a?
She just said.
Do you have a different setting on your phone?
This phone is better. I have a freaking what is this?
Your camera.
A Galaxy. I got a different phone. I had to get a different phone. So this is I went from an LG to a Galaxy camera.
Because your connection is much better, but your overall image is a little bit hazy.
Oh, let me mess with the camera when I get a chance.
Get 1080 on there or something.
Okay. And look, Dr. Dre has a story about being the wrong Dr. Dre getting arrested.
Oh, no shit.
Oh, that's Detroit story.
Now I need to hear about that, but that's what I want to hear about. Talk to me about that.
Well, first, let's do it like this. Big shout out to Dre and Diddy and Snoop, who are working on a new Dre album. From what I understand, they're out there in the studio putting it together. So we'll wait to see what happens with that and who does that. Basically, it's a story of what happened in the movie Straight Outta Compton, where they were in Detroit and we were shooting Yo MTV Raps at the same time, and we were on stage. And when they were told, the police officer Easy and them, not to do F the police, and they did it anyway. And the police were there. Well, we saw it later because we had filmed it. And they threw a M80 on the stage and it went pow, 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 pow. And they all jumped off and ran off the stage. So we were still in the building. And one of the police officers said, "Hey, wait a minute, there's Dr. Dre right there. Yo, put him in cuffs." And they're like, "No, that's not the Dr. Dre. No, he's Dr. Dre. He's Dr. Dre. Put him in cuffs." And they're going, "No, he's from the TV show. What's wrong with you? The other guy ran down the thing with Easy and them. They disappeared already."
Wow.
So that's how I almost got arrested with the same name.
Interesting.
That unfortunately wasn't depicted in the movie Straight Outta Compton.
Never is.
Or I guess the extended version. I don't know how they did that either. So.
Hey, what can you say, Doc? What can you say? Well, at least you didn't go to jail that
day.
Hey. What?
But I became very close with the Detroit police.
Yeah, you almost got real close with them. Shit. Like, I tell you what's crazy when you run
up two Dr. Dre's
and they realize you're a celebrity and they want to get a picture with you. Oh, you were treating me like shit a minute ago. Now I'm a celebrity.
That's exactly what happened.
Now you want to they do that? Oh wow.
You do that?
Yes.
Oh, we was in Vegas one time. I'll never forget. I was in Vegas. I just got we just got our leather Wrecking Crew tour jacket. And we got to Vegas Friday night and we played like 4:00 in the morning at a place called Moulin Rouge. And in Vegas, it was still it was early. We finished. We left the club about 5:30, 6:00 in the morning, and it was still kind of chilly. So we was riding down Vegas Boulevard in a convertible. We just having a good time. We waving at people like we in a parade and shit. Cops, woo, pulled up on this big time. They was on our ass. It just so happened, turn off the lights, it just hit the Billboard charts, and they drew down on us and shit. And my boy says, "Hey man, we're the Wrecking Crew. We from Los Angeles. We're a performing group." And he says, "Oh yeah, prove it." And my boy had a billboard. That's right there, number 30, whatever it was. All of a sudden the guns were in the holsters, and all of a sudden we had to take pictures and shit. You motherfuckers.
Hey. No, that's gotta be like icky.
Huh? You sound like you were in the message at the end of the song.
I'm just glad I didn't have to sing the motherfucker. That's all. Because when I watch Five Heartbeats, they got to sing "Nights Like This I Wish." That's some embarrassing shit.
I thought you was gonna go there.
Huh? No, they were singing. "I Got Nothing But Love for You, baby."
Yeah, okay.
And the guys ended and said, "What?"
Yeah, that's right. You're right.
For you. And but the best thing about that, after that, when the cops left them, they also sat in the car and nobody said a word. Because that's how you feel. You feel like, did that just happen? Did that just happen?
Yeah, you just experienced your first dose of racism.
Oh,
Wow.
I can tell you a greater one, but we're gonna save that for a different story about me, the Beastie Boys, and Boston behind a club at Fenway Park where the Boston Red Sox play.
Okay.
I'll tell you that story.
Fuck you
Right
waiting
now.
now. We ain't got to talk about right now.
Well, I'm trying to move on.
What the fuck you
And bring
waiting
some other
for?
hip hop news in, and say congratulations out to Nicki
But
Minaj for getting the Video Music Award, Vanguard Award last Sunday. And the question I was going to ask the chat room, and Lonzo and I were talking about it. Does anybody watch these award shows anymore?
That was the question. Does anybody watch award shows anymore? Do you really watch award shows? And if you do, why? Chat room, where you at? Gary's Garage, Easy Steve, STEM Radio.
Where y'all?
Who else is there? Live Hip Hop Daily on Demand. Where y'all at, folks? Gary Kilo G, Gary Shorter, Derek Marlowe. I'm sorry, Mallory. Do anybody really watch award shows? Charles, where you at, man? Does anybody still watch award shows? I mean, you know, I used to watch them back in the day, but outside the Soul Train Awards, I don't really watch them. I can't sit there for 3 hours.
That was the MTV Video Music Award show.
Right.
And I kept saying, does MTV really still play videos? How does this work?
Hell no. STEM Radio says hell no. Put it on the screen. Hell no. I don't give a shit about Nicki Minaj. Tell that to be some Beastie Boy story. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Charles say, nope, no more. Work too much. I ain't mad, folks. I mean,
all right, chat.
And if some shit does happen, all you gotta do is go to YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube in a matter of minutes. Somebody's gonna post it, then they're gonna break it down, then they're gonna analyze it, then they're gonna give you their synopsis on it. And because everybody's a goddamn news reporter, including my black ass. Everybody's a news reporter. Everybody with a podcast
that's
or
why
a
I threw
YouTube
it
channel.
out there. That's why I threw it out there as a story.
I'm gonna ask the chat. What do they want to talk about, the award show or the Beastie Boys, Dre? That's what we're gonna do with the chat.
I think the Beastie Boys gonna win automatically. Okay, we got some real players here. They ain't thinking about
it. Put it in the chat. Yeah, put it in the chat. An award show or Beastie Boys or Nicki Minaj.
I think when you get to a certain age, especially if you're a male, award shows get kind of hokey. Okay, I mean, you get inundated with stuff that really, you know, most of the time you don't care about, and you waiting to see somebody's antic. You're not waiting to see real music. And first of all, most of the time, most people don't even know what the hit. Nowadays, based on the internet radio, you don't know what the real hit is. Used to be a time when everybody knew Mike was going to win, Prince was going to be in the running. Mm-hmm. You don't know half the artists that's getting awards. I don't know who the fuck they are. Nobody knows.
Well, that shows that maybe I'm keeping my finger still on the pulse of the music and the artists. You know, just trying to follow through. Like I was going to say, did anybody see what Lizzo was wearing at this show? Because that was like one of the big talks of the town of that show. Where you can pull up
she was wearing a goddamn
picture.
Parachute. She was wearing a big ass parachute. I saw the clip. She was wearing a big ass black parachute. You know, you know what? Check this out. I've been hearing people go back and forth with Lizzo, and people coming to her defense because homeboy, he got some health issues, and you know it's a goddamn shame when the truth, you get condemned for telling the truth. Okay, she's a Lizzo, pretty girl. Okay, pretty girl, but at some point in time, no matter how much money she got, no matter how well she's seen, that extra weight is going to have an effect on her health. And it's any doctor will tell you the same thing. But because you say something to her now and she's in her heyday, you're fat shaming. It's not about fat shaming. It's about health enlightening. Okay, because heart attacks don't. The motherfuckers, they play for keeps. Okay, strokes play for keeps. And just because you are young don't mean you can't get one of them. I just buried a friend of mine's daughter, 41 years old. 41 years old, had 2 kids, and a heart attack that took her out of here. Okay, reminded me a little bit of Lizzo. Okay, couldn't tell her nothing. So when you see situations like this and people speak out on it, anybody that doesn't give her that same old bullshit we've been giving kids since they agreed to stop keeping score and give them trophies for showing up, trophy participation. Oh, that's a good job. That's a good strikeout, Johnny. A great strikeout. Oh, that's a good dropping of the ball. You dropped the ball very well. Just get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
So thank you, Charles. That's Ari Spears was the guy talking about it. Ari Spears.
Yeah.
That's the fact.
Yeah, Ari Spears went in. He went in on her a little bit. Then Mike Epps come to jumps on. He comes to her defense, jumps on him, and I'm like, dude, you know something, man? Here again, we're letting society control what's right for us. Give us the narrative what's right. We know that diabetes and heart disease runs rampant in our community. Everybody know that, Dre.
I know.
I ain't gotta tell you, okay? I ain't gotta tell you. So, but for somebody to say it in a caring way, it always gets twisted up to be like you're trying to fat shame somebody. And I'm trying to make you diabetes wise, make you proactive to something before it happens. Because when you get it, all they're gonna do is pray for you. Pray, you're gonna give you prayers and condolences. Okay? Prayers and condolences. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. You're gonna get thoughts and prayers.
Let me jump in there.
Go ahead.
Let me jump in there for a second from the other side of the view. Okay? Here's the thing. Our health issues have been in our community since the late 50s to today. And that's because of the food that we eat. It's just a fact. Oh, don't start with that.
Come on, man. Come on with it. Come on with it, Reverend Dre. Come on. Preach to him, baby. Preach to him. Give him the word. Give him the word.
Here's the thing about Lizzo. I would love to talk to him and say, if that's the way you want to be as healthy with it as you can. But try to find a way to support yourself and change that a little bit. Because as Alonzo said, you're going to turn a corner and your body's just not going to be able to continue in the path the way you're doing it. I understand why you're doing it. I get it. But at some point, even for me, you have to change. You have to make adjustments. Because if you don't, like Alonzo said, 41, the heart attack hits you, and your body says, I can't fight back. You didn't give me nothing to fight back with.
You gave me too much to fight.
And every day is a struggle to stay on a path. But it all depends on what your vision for you is. And there's a process that we all can work with. And I mean, I can only use myself as the best example.
You know, dude.
Because every time I go to a doctor's appointment, the doctor says, what are you doing? How come your numbers are better than mine? Because I don't do the same things that you do. And if I go off the path, I make sure the next day I quadruple down on what I'm supposed to do.
You know,
because your body will adjust. It just does.
You know,
because diabetes can lead to kidney problems. It can lead to heart problems, many different things. But you have to make those decisions. A lot of times, it's more psychological than it is just physical, and that's what people don't understand.
You know, if
sometimes that weight is a comfort to her that we don't understand.
You know,
we don't know.
Dre, let me have it for a second. You know, as you get older, I'm older than everybody on this damn panel. Probably most people on the internet right now. As you get older, you start seeing your friends start dying. They start falling off like flies. Funerals become a common gathering place for people as you get older. It's real talk. And everybody got a date. Everybody got a time. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow, all that right there. But you want to maximize whatever you can do, okay? You want to be as healthy as you possibly can. Even if you have slipped like Dre has, you still want to be the best you can be in that situation, okay? You don't want to just give up. And that's the part I find so many people do at a certain point in time. I ain't walking. I'm not getting up. I'm eating what I want to eat. I'm going to die anyway. Well, you know what? Come on, man. Come on. I think we do ourselves an injustice by not trying to do something. You know, I get up, I walk, right now I'm looking at my watch. I got a Fitbit for my birthday. Today I got 9,600 miles in already. I mean, 9,600 steps in, working on 10,000, okay? I get 5,000 in first thing in the morning. 5,000 steps first thing in the morning. I don't always have time to do 10,000 at one time. Sundays, we do 10,000 every Sunday, no problem. Mondays and Tuesdays, I probably get in 7,500, 8,500. I'm gonna make 10,000 a day because I got in 2.5 miles this morning, and just running up and down my house from my studio gives me an extra 2 miles, whatever the case may be. But again, even for me, I love sweet tea, but I found as I'm getting older, it's harder for me to drink it because I can taste the diabetes, as my daughter would say. I can taste the fucking diabetes. So I drink more water now. And that water is always going to be good for you. But guess what? When you're drinking water, here nowadays, they showed me something on the internet the other day. Why is it that a bottle of water that's good for you, no calories, is $2, but a Coke that you can clean your tools with is 99 cents?
Because that's the, but see, that's what I mean by the mental and the psychological part of it. Because people laugh at me when I get a water delivery, and Bernadette knows about this. I said, I got my water delivery coming in. So water delivery, I got my cases coming in. You order by the case? Yeah. Because I drink extreme amounts of water. I just do. But say, for example, I get a sweet tea, or somebody's just funny and gives me a sweet tea, and I drink it. I pick up my liter of water and douse it
Wash it down, baby.
So it dilutes and wash it away.
Right.
And the thing is, the way you know your health is working well is by the way you expel the poisons that come in your body. And the easiest way to get the poisons out of your body is water. That's why the top of this hour, when we were talking, it's about fight for your right for your water. Because your water is what's going to help you. And a lot of people, even what you use to wash with, you got to be careful because some of that stuff is lined with certain chemicals that affect your diabetes, believe it or not.
Hey, Dre, hold on. My boy, STEM Radio asked a question. Since we're talking about health, I have a question. Should you work out when you have a cold? I heard two different things. I trust whatever the legends say. Should you work out when you have a cold?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Of course I do.
Lonzo,
I'm not surprised I do.
Huh? Tell everybody about your walk happening this month.
Oh, yeah.
I study cancer, please.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about that.
I'm going to do that too. But yeah, right. If I have a cold, I try to get as busy as I possibly can. Sometimes I have the flu. You can't. Flu won't let you do that. If I feel a cold coming on, I'll go work out, go sit in the steam room, the sauna, whatever it's going to take to start sweating. Okay. And usually, a couple days, there's a couple things I do. I can't stand for my nose to be stopped up. So I buy that stuff to clean your nose, to dry your sinuses up. And as soon as I get some breathe through my nose again, I'll go do something. I'll go work out, get in the steam room, like they do a lightweight workout or something, try and get that sweat. Because all it is basically is a virus that got in your body. You got to expel it. Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you let it sit there too long, it's gonna fester. And if you get that little tickle in your throat, go do something, man. Don't let it sit there, let that shit win. Drink some salt. My mom used to give us salt water. Give us salt water, gargle with salt water, Listerine, whatever, all kind of shit. A little honey, whatever the case may be. And the honey makes that shit stick, make it stick. And the salt kills a whole lot of shit.
But use natural honey,
right?
Not just the honey that's in it. There's a lot of stuff that we can't do this real quick, but I'm gonna hit you with this. Since I made a great change years ago, I have never gotten sick or fluish. I have not. I may get a little, especially in where I'm living, in my environment and climate. I don't get colds like that. I don't, because colds are passed hand to hand.
Hand to hand.
Flu is passed face to face. So even when people say, well, Dre, why aren't you going to this thing? I said, I can't afford to go in there with people without masks and passing COVID around. But you can fight certain things by adding certain supplements. And I don't mean a multivitamin. There's certain natural things that you can go get that will help you. Oregano, liquid oregano, 1 drop in a bottle of water will help clear your system. That's what it comes down to. You got to turn your system up. Sea moss people talk about with zinc. You don't have to go get, somebody who makes the sea moss for you. You can get this stuff sometimes over the counter.
Yeah.
You can get salt. Go ahead.
Oh, well, who's your resource? I forgot his name that had the oregano from the World of Hip Hop. What was the guy's name?
Oh, you mean from the launch?
Yeah.
Oh crap! You made me forget his name. But he has a thing called pharmaceuticals. That you can go on pharmaceuticals.com.
What group again?
I can't think of his name.
Oh,
Pharmaceuticals.com.
Our bodies are
He
made.
does it.
Our bodies are built to move. Got to move around. Can't be sitting all day. And dude, you can tell
Yeah.
people that work in the streets, that work in the outside versus people that work inside. You can look and
Yes.
see. I tell you what I used to do. Maybe stop eating a lot of different food. When I walk into a restaurant and I see what the people in the restaurant look like when I walk in the room. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, if you hang around 9 broke people, you're gonna be the 10th one. If you hang around 9 fat people, you're gonna be the 10th one. So, and I know I'm finna sound egotistical as shit. I don't like being big. I'm sorry. I don't. I mean, I'm 250, but I got a little bit more muscle than I got more muscle than I do. I got muscle. Put it that way. I'm not just around. My gut need to be a little bit better off than what it is. Huh?
But you can make it so your muscle works for you.
Right.
I'm 240 and dropping, and the thing is, by the stuff that I take and the amount of water that I bring in, like I had a large salad today, and I had a large bean burrito. Here's the word, bean burrito. So you should be using greens, beans, onions, mushrooms, berries, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds. When you put that and incorporate that, thank you, Dr. Furman, for putting that out, your body will change and your taste buds will change. If I say, oh, I'm going to do something that I shouldn't eat because I want to eat that, my body rejects it and will push it right out. Like, why you eat that?
Now.
Why you eat that?
Why
and it
now?
just does.
Here's the problem with that, Dre. Dre just ate a pile of beans. A pile of beans. Think about this, folks. He gonna be by himself for a long time.
No,
the problem with them goddamn beans is they're gonna help you clear a room. They're gonna make you lonely as shit. Okay. Them beans get fermented up in his stomach and compressed with his gut and come out his ass. It's gonna clear out a whole lot of shit. Okay. So I understand and understand this. Sometimes that's just a byproduct of being healthy. Because boy, when you eat certain good foods, two things happen. Your breath change and your ass and your farts get funky as hell. Okay. And I'm just saying.
Pinto beans, black beans,
see?
So kind of beans, it's just good for you. And the thing is, it's filling. The thing is, when you eat the greens, like not iceberg lettuce, if you want to eat iceberg lettuce, you might as well drink water. But you got to eat other lettuce. Spinach is really good for you. Kale, really, and I don't like kale. I don't know why. I don't like kale. And I'm not talking about collards where they're laced with, we got to put this in the pork and it's in the, no. Raw collards are healthier for you than a lot of things. So there's a lot of things to take and modify that will change your body.
Yeah. I wanted to plug this month since Lonzo gave that bean health awareness memo that this month is Hip Hop Awareness Health Month. So hopefully we're going to be having something coming up on Clubhouse where both of y'all are talking about that. Like I said, right behind the beans, we had to put that out there.
And Lavinia said his don't stink. Bullshit. That compressed shit over there. But you know what? Dre hit it earlier. It is Hip Hop Awareness Month, but it's also Prostate Cancer Awareness Month too. That's why I do my prostate cancer event every September 17th, Cal State Dominguez Hills, right there in the field, folks. We walking 5K right there in Dominguez Hills, and then immediately following, we'll be in the auditorium, some of the various auditoriums at Dominguez Hills, doing the KGLH Men's Empowerment. I'll be the host of the Men's Empowerment, one of the panels, talking about prostate cancer. Prostate cancer is a major killer for Black and brown men between the ages of 40 and 65. There's various types of prostate cancer, but probably the biggest problem with prostate cancer is for a long time the only way to check it was through the butt. Let me get that.
Hey, you gotta do it.
Through the butt. Okay, and
You
so
gotta
many
get
people,
colonoscopy.
so many people.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's not a colonoscopy. That's a
get
DRE. That's not a colonoscopy. That's a digital rectal exam. The Dre. Okay, digital rectal exam.
oh my,
That's the Dre.
the Dre,
The
the Dre.
Oh, really? That's what you call it?
That's what it is.
Oh,
The
so you
digital
speak
rectal
over-
exam.
My ass is speaking as well as my mouth.
Okay, so they made such a big deal about it on television and jokes of going to the doctor. Men are become afraid of it and they'll avoid it until it's too late. And if you don't address it, at least get it checked from time to time to make sure you don't have it. By the time you see some symptoms, it may be too late. Stages 1 and 2, prostate cancer, curable with no problem. 3 can be a little tricky depending on where it's at. 4 means it pretty much is spread to other organs, which means you may have liver cancer, you may have bone cancer, and by now it ain't about your sex life; it's about saving your life. If you get it first 1, 2, or 3, you can save your life and your sex life. Okay, but if you just get a number in stage 4, not a good look, folks. And most men will not go until it's too late. You got to go get a check, folks.
You got to go to your doctor. You got to go to your endocrinologist. You have to get your blood checked.
Got to go.
You have to go get endocrinologist. Your blood.
Oncologist.
No, endocrinologist.
Oh, okay.
There's a difference.
Okay.
I said endocrinologist. I do this 4 times a year, bro.
Okay.
All the time. I stay on top of everything. So if I get like a tweet or something, they go, "Hey man, this ain't right, Dre. We gotta wheel you in." I went to go get my colonoscopy done, and the doctors give you that funny look. When the guy my size walked in there, they were like, "Cause you gotta drink a lot of stuff to flush your system out." They said, "We don't need to see you for quite some time." I said, "Why?" "We found nothing in your system." "What do you do?" I said, "I don't eat that crap you talk about. Or if I do, I flush my system out." He said, "Oh, you already do this?" I said, "Yeah, because I like to keep the chute clean." I'm sorry to put it that way, because you're always going to find something at the end. And I like to keep my prostate straight, because my brother went through prostate cancer.
Shout out to Fred.
And it's not a joke. It's not a joke.
I have
by any stretch of imagination. But a lot of stuff we can control.
Hold on, Dre. We got something from the chat room here.
Our lips.
Well, I have chronic prostatitis, so occasionally I do get my finger up my ass. I do get a finger up my ass. Not a preference of mine, but I do it. I do get nervous at times. STEM radio. I feel you, Doc. I feel you big time. He said he gets chronic prostatitis, and that's when you have an infection. It's not prostate cancer. You get an infection sometimes in your prostate, and it don't feel like prostate cancer, because prostate cancer is usually you have a bump or a lump on your prostate, but it's still an inflammation that's in your prostate that can cause some discomfort, some problems urinating. I'm not sure all the symptoms, but sometimes people can mistake that for prostate cancer. But yeah, you got to get that finger from time to time. Your PSA is probably the most important way to check it. That's through your blood. That's the primary way to checking it nowadays. People have gotten so afraid of the finger, they almost stopped doing it. They just kind of cut back. They still will do it as a quick way to check. Just, hey man, I feel something. Let me check your PSA. Or I don't feel nothing. Don't worry about it. Because one thing about prostate cancer, some forms of prostate cancer are very slow moving. And if you in your late 60s or 60s and got a slow moving prostate cancer, or level of prostate cancer, you might check out here behind something else before the prostate cancer gets you. So that's another issue. So folks, we got about 20 seconds left. Dre, give me a quick exit.
As I say all the time, we'll see you on the other side. Love you very much.
Miss B.
Let's make this happen. And guess what? Let's fight for the right to drink some water and get your water. Period.
Yeah. Miss B, what you got to say, baby?
Legends, y'all are amazing. Thank you for being advocates for hip hop health. You're geniuses. That's it. You know, we covered the Dre, the finger, the dog paddle, everything else, but you know, we keeping it
Put a hump in your
lit.
back, Miss
Did
B.
she say the Dre the finger?
Yeah, she got freaky with it.
I'm a Scorpio. What do you mean?
Finger.
Scorpios.
Yeah, okay. Anyway,
In the blood.
Stem Radio, thanks for your insight, Doc. I appreciate it. Yeah, he says,
Thank you,
yeah,
Stem.
one of the signs of prostatitis, you piss a lot. Same thing with prostate cancer, and he had it since the 20s. Kitty B, I see you, Doc. Montana Max, I see you, folks. Gary and Short, I see you. Much love with the coconut water. But Miss Bernadette Lavinia, thank you for coming through. Stem Radio.
Lonzo, one more thing.
Go ahead,
Your brother, Dre posted something in there to you. This is Brothers Month too. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
All right, that's the brothers.
Next week, because I want to talk about that. But we'll do that next week for
All
sure.
right, folks. In the meantime, folks, this is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop, signing off for Miss Bernadette and the great doctor from the East Coast, Yo MTV Raps, my boy, in health and in wealth. Let's do this, y'all. In the meantime, see y'all next week. See y'all Tuesday with me and Dusty. Peace.